welcome pals to another episode of Slow and Loud. On today's episode, the Gas Monkeys have ran out of White Castle sliders, and we're featuring one of the slowest cars on the planet, my freshly imported 1969 Mazda Carol P360 K car. Now this car here is the cutest little horror story you've ever seen. This car, my friends, does not have safety features. No, it has danger features, and I'm going to get into that and all the quirks and features and pros and cons of owning a 1969 Mazda Carol. Now let's start off with a look-see at the inside of this car, which I firmly believe was designed by kamikaze pilots. All right, opening the door up. The first thing about this car that isn't safe is there's absolutely no seat belts whatsoever in this car. Crazy, right? But that's not even the craziest feature. The seats here do not lock down. They literally will fling you through the windshield in the event of an accident. So basically, you set in the thing, impact comes, you go banzai, and you're going through the windshield. Actually, it was designed for access to the rear seats, which this car does have, but they should have put something to latch it down, you would think. But anyway, that is my thoughts on this. It's a kamikaze design. Now, moving along, just sitting in this car. As you can see, it's pretty cramped up in here. It's like being inside of a sardine can. The wheel wells on this car right up against the gas pedal. I mean, this car was not designed for ergonomic comfort, that is for sure. Another danger feature is it does not have four-way flashers, no emergency flashers whatsoever. So if you break down, nobody's going to know you broke down. And you only got 20 horsepower. This car won't even get out of its own way, let alone anybody else's way. And another thing, to make this car even slower, the manual transmission, it's a 4-speed, does not have synchros. So you got to be careful shifting the gears. You can't just put it in any gear you want at any time because it'll get angry. This is my first time actually this car driving a car without synchros in the transmission. So it takes some getting used to. Also, another danger feature I'd like to point out to you. These seats, they do not have headrests. So you can get whiplash as well. This is one terrifying car to drive. And as far as top speed, you're lucky if you get 50 miles per hour. You definitely don't want to take this on the interstate. But I will say this, I made a video, I'll link it in the description below, where I went to an antique store in Chattanooga, and they had a Mazda Carol that somebody had imported, and the scary thing was they actually drove it from California all the way to Chattanooga, Tennessee. That takes balls right there, big balls. Now granted, that was probably in the 70s, maybe late 60s, and the speed limits were probably 55 miles an hour back then, but still though, that is crazy nonetheless. Now to compare this car to the acceleration of another car, think of the amusement park rides, the Tin Lizzie rides with the old Model Ts, where you hit the gas, it makes a lot of noise, but it doesn't really go hardly at all. That is what driving this car feels like, acceleration wise. And 0 to 60 time is non-existent because it can't even make it to 60. Now, as you would expect, this car does not have cup holders, but what it does have is a pseudo bottle holder. As you can see, it's got these like compartments back here on both sides, and you can fit a water bottle, you can fit your trinkets, whatever kind of crap you want to fit in there. It's actually pretty large. As you can see, it's the same on the driver's side as it is the passenger side, and you got back seats. Now let's check out all the cool buttons and features of this car. Starting with the manual transmission, it is a 4-speed, but when you put it in reverse, it is right into your leg. Like you turn it, you got to push down, go right and up. And you basically have to tilt your legs away because it is right in the way when you put it in reverse. Like I said, not designed for ergonomic comfort at all. Now, right beyond the 4-speed shifter here is the emergency brake. And this little knob here is actually the choke for a cold day. You need to warm the car up. Got a choke right there. Now, the horn is not on the steering wheel like most cars. It's a little button. It's actually quite loud, which is impressive to me. So I guess you could say that is probably the safest feature on the car, to let everybody know that you are here on the road and to watch out. Another oddity of this car is the radio, which I haven't gotten to work. It's, I guess, just an AM radio, but it's Mitsubishi branded. And it's in a Mazda. Does that make any sense? I don't know for sure if that is the original radio or somebody put it in there. It looks original. Now, one thing that has been added to this car at some point in time is a solar charger on the dash. I guess to charge the battery, which has been converted to a 12-volt system, thankfully. I assume it was originally a 6-volt. I can't imagine it being a 12-volt originally, but it is a 12-volt system right now. Now, taking a look at the gauges behind the stylish Mazda steering wheel, which I really love the design of, it has a fuel gauge, a temperature gauge, and a speedometer that is in kilometers per hour, which over in Japan, they use kilometers per hour, and they're also right-hand drive country. It does have 2 idiot lights, one for oil and one for the generator. So it has the necessary gauges in it, which I really like. Now, to the right of the gauge cluster is a knob that's for your windshield washer squirter and your wipers. And then a little bit below that and to the left is a little button. It's for the horn. It's the little loud horn. When we move down below the radio here, you'll see here's your ventilation controls. You've got defrost, fan. Yes, they're in English. Some things in Japanese cars are in English. Some things aren't. And then you got this knob here. I'm not for sure what it does. Don't know, but it could be to go from cold to hot. That's what I would assume, but not quite for sure. Now on the steering wheel here, on the right side is your turn signals, left and right, like normal. Left turn signal, right turn signal. On the left side is for your lights, and take a look at this. It is weird because it has high, low, off, and then Japanese characters, which translated roughly it says small. So there's 3 headlight settings on here. High beams, low beams, and small. Now that annoying tapping sound you were hearing when I was showcasing the turn signal lights, that's from the electric fuel pump being on. That's what that noise is. Now on the left of the dash is a cute little glove box which I cannot get open. Maybe if I had like a pencil head, eraser head, I could push in on this button a little bit more, but it does seem stuck, so I cannot get it open for y'all. Sorry about that. Now moving along to the door panel area, we've got a strap here to close the door once you get in. Window crank, which on the other side, it was broken in half. I've got the little piece so I can get the window up and down. So that's why the window is down right now. But it is missing the other half. So what I'm going to have to do is probably find some universal window cranks that'll fit these splines here, because I mean, it's almost impossible to get parts for this thing. And now this piece here is the lever. You pull it towards you and it opens the door and you can get out. Like so. And it is a very solid door. I am very impressed with the door. It's got a nice sound to it. So some things on this car were really quality built, but I think some things were just not well thought of. But then again, this is a K car, a low speed car, made for the roads in Japan, which their speed limits are a lot lower, and this is really old car too, a 1969 vintage. And now going from the inside to the outside, I'm going to show you all the cool features of the exterior of this car. So let's start it off. I'm filming this episode. A guy wants to see if he can fit in it. You want to see if you can fit in it?
Yeah, I'm 6'8", 300. Baby, can you fit in it? It'd be probably best for me to try to get on the passenger side.
You can try it. The seat's all the way back.
Nope, I can't get in there. Nah. You got an old 8-track player in there and everything, bro.
It's an AM radio. Mitsubishi. It's a Mazda with a Mitsubishi radio.
Man, it's a 69, you said?
Yeah, 69.
Man, that's pretty dope, man.
Thank you.
Almost looks like a little golf cart.
Man, that is cool, bro.
Thank you.
You took good care of it too.
I just got it Tuesday, so
Oh, okay.
it's freshly imported from Japan.
What size, really?
Yeah.
What size wheel is that?
10-inch wheels, 20 horsepower motor, 4-speed manual transmission.
Man, that's dope, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Now this car here is very narrow. It's only a little over 4 foot wide. If you measure from mirror end to mirror end, it's 51 inches wide. And let me tell you, it is great for parking in tight spots. As you can see, it only takes up not even maybe half of this spot out here in the park. It's also great for going down narrow streets and streets where there's cars on both sides lining the streets and hardly anything else can pass through. That is the great feature of this car, being so small. Now, as far as gas mileage, I've only had this car less than a week, so I can't really tell you. It actually does have a leak where the sending unit is. I just topped it off last night with gas, and this morning I could smell raw fuel, which was not good. So I kind of cleaned it up, and obviously I can't fill it up all the way until I get the gasket replaced on the sending unit. But anyway, I'm driving it around a little bit. Now, the wheels here are incredibly tiny. They've got the old Mazda logo hubcaps. They're 10-inch wheels. It's got Dunlop tires on it. And as you can see on the hood here, this cool little Mazda, this is the old school logo on it. And up front, you can see it's got Carol. So you know kind of what it is, although if you don't know what it is, you won't know it's a Mazda until you look around back. It has a lot of chrome trim on it. You can see here, it's got these basically rain gutters that run the length of it, which is nice because, I mean, you don't have air conditioning in this little bitty car. The doors on this car, it's 2-door, but they did make this in 4-door configuration, and it basically was the same length, maybe a little bit longer, I don't know, but I think it was the same length, to be honest. As you can see on this Carol, the trim is the Deluxe, which from my research, it had a little bit more chrome trim goodies on it. Going along to the back here, you can see Mazda. So if you're coming at it from the back, you can tell it is a Mazda. And take a look at this tiny tailpipe here. Not much bigger opening than my thumb. But this is just such a cool car. Now this car, it came in 2 varieties. This is the P360, which the P360 denotes the engine size. It's actually 358 cc's, which equates to 1/3 of a liter. And it's got roughly 20 horsepower. Throughout the model years from 62 to 70, the horsepower rating was anywhere from 18 to 20 horse. So this is a good car to race against your neighbor's riding lawnmower, but not much else. Now, the other version of this car, which I have seen, and it's in my video that I linked down below, is in the antique store in Chattanooga, is the P600, which is double the size. So in relative terms, a lot larger engine. Not really, as far as horsepower rating, I don't know that there's a whole lot of difference because it was made early on in the run from 62 to 64. And they made 8,800 of these cars with the 600cc, well, close to 600cc motor, 2/3 of a liter. Now, in total production of these cars, 62 to 70, they made over 265,000 of them, but they are extremely rare. I could only find 2 other ones in the US of A. And actually, when I bought this car, I looked on ChatGPT, and it could not come up with any cars in the USA. So I did find 2, and I've actually seen the one at the antique store. Also, in Japan, these cars are pretty rare. I don't know how many are left of them in Japan, but I would say probably fewer than 1,000, so maybe a couple hundred. Rare indeed. As far as the front styling goes, the front end of this car reminds me a bit of the German Ampa car, the little boat car. Now, the back of this car features a cliff cut style roof, which is reminiscent of the old English Ford Anglias. Now let's take a look under the hood and under the trunk of this little gem. To access the hood or frunk of this car, you want to pull on this lever right here, and that unlatches it, sort of. And you got to go around here, lift it up a little bit, and there is a latch right here. You pull it back towards you, not away from you. It goes up. It has one support, which is right here. You go up, you let it down, drop down, and it supports itself. And as you can see, this car is originally white, which I believe most, if not all of these cars came in white, or pastel gray as they call it. Now, they did come in white, but they did have a roof with a contrasting color. It would be red, blue, or green. You can actually find die-cast models of this car if you're interested. Like I said, I don't know if it came in any other colors other than white with a contrasting roof color, but it may have. Here is the tiny battery, motorcycle sized. It actually has a shutoff system on it that somebody installed to shut off the battery. Got your little blower motor here for ventilation. You have a washer fluid jar for brake fluid, I believe. This is where you fill the gasoline. It's got the Mazda logo on it, which is really cool. Got actually a little nice area so you don't have to mess up paint when you fill it up. And here's your fuel tank. This is the area that is leaking on the car, so obviously I can't fill it up. I did tighten the screws down, and like I said, hopefully this is like a temporary fix, and I can get like a gasket custom made for it. As you can see here, here's where your fuel runs on the car, the filter, and there is that noisy electric fuel pump. Another thing I want to point out on the exterior is these fender mirrors. Some people really like them. To me, they're really small and really hard to use, but the rest of the car, the visibility is awesome. I just kind of turn my head around when I need to make a turn. Now, to close the frunk, you simply just lift up a little bit and let it drop down. And it's closed. Voila. Now, to get into the trunk or engine bay compartment, gotta move my crap out of the way here, but there is a knob right here, the oddest place to put it, right below the rear seat. You pull that back and it opens. So now that the trunk is unlatched, lift it up here. This one has a prop. I'm trying to film with one hand and use the other hand to prop it. There we go. And here we have a water cooled, not air cooled, but a water cooled 4-cylinder motor in all of its glory. Now, it does have some straps here. I'm kind of thinking maybe there was somehow a spare tire or donut there. I don't know. People have been asking me about that. And also, another little quirk is it has one backup light on it. But man, this is cool. Now, the other two Mazda Carols in the country that are known. The one in the antique store has not been driven since the 70s, and the other one, it's by an Instagram user named Long Live Kel. You can look him up, but he totally took his Mazda Carol apart and redid it, and he put a Toyota 1NZ motor in it with 120 horse, which, think about that. This is 20 horse. This barely gets out of its own way, but you put 120 horses in a car that only weighs like 1,157 pounds, or some sources say it's 1,200 some pounds, so depending on what source of information. But it is an extremely lightweight car, and I have a Lotus Elise, so this is almost half the weight of a Lotus Elise. So Mazda back in the day was in the philosophy of just adding lightness, I guess you could say. All right, starting up the Mazda Carol. Starts up pretty quick. Sounds like a lawnmower. And now it's time to take it on the road, or around the park, for all intents and purposes. Now, I have driven it on the road, but I definitely would not recommend driving it on the interstate. It's in first. Let's go. All right, driving the Mazda Carol. It's slower than a turtle, and I have to be careful. Like, first to second is hard for me because I can barely wind it up and then put it into second, because if not, if I wind it up too much, it gets angry at me. Now, third to fourth, I don't have too much problem. I just shift it kind of to neutral, then to third or to fourth. Have to go a little bit slow with it. As you can tell, it's kind of noisy in here. The engine, got to give it gas to get up to any speed, so it gets kind of loud. There's no tach, so I don't know what the RPMs are doing exactly. Grinded that one a little bit, so I just went on to third. It takes some getting used to get used to shifting a transmission without synchros. I'm getting better at it though. Now this car, for what it is, its age, it actually drives really well. It stops great. I mean, it steers really well. The steering is very precise and very direct. People waving at me. Nobody's ever seen this car before. So whenever you drive this car around anywhere, even as slow as it is, you always get people smiling and waving at you. You'll probably get a bunch of people though that do go around you because they don't want to live life in this slow lane. Let's see if we can get up to speed. There's a lot of speed bumps in this park here. I'm in third right now. Shifting to fourth. Got it all the way to the four. Going downhill. Oh, another speed bump. Got to slow down. It's so cool just to drive this thing. I mean, as scary as it is, as dangerous as it is just so gosh darn cool to be driving around in a 1969 Mazda Carol. Now, for those of you concerned, I do plan on having lap belts installed in this car, so I don't have to worry too much about the ejector seat function. make a little turn around here. All right, let's get on it a little bit. We got a speed bump coming up, but give it some gas. Whoa! Okay, now time to slow down. You definitely feel the opposite of like Dale Earnhardt driving this car. This is something though that you could take to the country club, drive it on the greens. I mean, it's small enough. And the cool thing about this car is it's so small, you could fit it in the back of some vans. Like, I thought about that, you know, I collect cars. This would be an extra garage space for me, just buy a van and stick the car in there. Buying tiny cars anyway will give you more space in your garage for more cars, if that's your thing, collecting cars. Now the steering on this car is really good. It's very direct. It's very, I mean, it takes no effort. It's like power steering, but you know, the engine's in the back, so you don't have to worry about the weight of the engine making the steering difficult or heavy, even in, you know, parking lot situations, takeoff situations. That's probably the fastest gear it's got is the R gear, the race gear. Now this car does smoke a little bit, but what can you expect for a car that's vintage 1969? Thank you. Sure.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Get out the way.
Just real quick, sorry.
Are you a YouTube video?
Yeah, I'm a YouTuber.
Can I be in it?
Well, say hi or something.
Thank you for letting us in your YouTube video.
Okay, you're welcome.
This is also, your
Make sure.
video's actually really nice.
Thank you.
Your videos are awesome. I just cannot believe I'm actually seeing you in person.
Thank you.
This
I
is
appreciate it. Thanks for being a fan.
Man, it's a sick car, bro. That's really
All right, we'll pull in here and I'll show you how it steers. It's got really good side to side. It just steers so great for this type of car, this old. I mean, it doesn't have play in it. That's the thing I really like about this car is the steering. I mean, it's a ride. It's pretty nice as far as the ride comfort. It does not have the headrest. The seats are very supportive though. So all in all, I am very happy with my purchase. A little terrified to drive it at times, but happy with my purchase. Well, pals, that is a wrap for today's episode. My review of the 1969 Mazda Carol P360. To keep up with more content of this cool little car, remember to like, share, and subscribe. But until next episode, don't worry, be random. Now here comes the terrifying part, hitting the actual road. And away we go. I got it all the way to the floor, pedal to the metal. There's 4, top gear, yay! I've actually had this thing up to 79 kilometers per hour. But obviously, kind of downhill at that moment. No, actually I had it a little over 80. I did have it a little over 80. Downhill. Now one thing, it steers really well, but if you
You never want to miss another random car video.
remember, ring that bell.